Okay.
Damn. Looks like one little detail got missed in the trapper's legend of the old bear. The spear didn't survive the fight.
Yeah, it looks broken.
Must be something I can use to fix it in that old machine shed.
Maybe I'll be lucky and that forge, like, respawned some coal because it knew I fucked up. I really hope I didn't fuck up this whole mission because of this. It's cooling down really fast. I probably should have used some accelerant.
Come on.
I don't know if it was a glitch that it had the temperature falling, or maybe if it just retains heat for
That should do it.
It's 2 degrees. Oh, what is this? Oh!
Let's do this.
Sweet! I'm assuming I'm gonna need that. Forge. Sweet, I need scrap metal. There's plenty of that around here. I can drop the gun. I can drop that. There's a scrap metal. Is there... I mean, I can destroy stuff to get scrap metal, but I'd rather not spend the time. There's more scrap metal. There we go. 2 scrap metal. We can repair this spear. Thank God I didn't fuck it up. The game devs knew. They just knew. Start crafting. 1.5 hours.
Guess I can add blacksmith to my growing list of skills.
Yeah, I'm kind of impressed you were actually able to do that. And now we have bear spear added to our inventory.
I don't have to put this spear to the test.
I really hope it didn't, because it's very heavy. Right, let's get some stuff in our system. Like soda. Okay. Still very, very, very overweight. It's fine. We're not scared. Only a little. Well, let's drop a save. And maybe start heading back. We do have the bear spear. Oh, I see what it is. So you don't actually throw it, you just hold on to it. And it uses our sprint. Which is gonna be bad, considering stuff. It's kind of late in the day. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking... Oh. Huh. Stuff that we could use. We could make, actually. I mean, we already have a hatchet. I think we already have a knife. Well, we have this. Which I should probably replace. So, I mean, all we need for the improvised knife is 3 pieces of scrap metal and some cloth. We can find that scrap metal very easily. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Fuck. So, I actually had to... So I was only able to find 2 pieces of scrap metal. See if we can maybe start a fire. So I actually had to go into another area to get the hacksaw, and, yeah, it seems going into the other area reset the, kind of special furnace stuff. So we're gonna drop that, and fuck it. Drop, we've got... Where's the scrap metal? Yeah. It broke up a chair and got some scrap metal. That. do some item repair, get some food and water. So we've got stuff repaired, got a couple of stuff. Almost out of lantern fuel again. I showed the refuel during that. That's fine. I actually found a jerry can with more lantern fuel, and we also have that flashlight. So, I have a stinging suspicion the lantern is going to be a little more easy to replace than the flashlight, considering we haven't found any batteries at all. So, yeah. We're going to sleep here. No. We're going to extinguish. And we're going to sleep. We're going to get some water, and then we're going to sleep. Okay. We're going to get some sleep. We're going to sleep for quite a bit. I'm hearing that buzzing noise again, which I'm not a fan of. Okay. Well-fed bonus! Yes, we have the plus 11 pounds. We are still incredibly encumbered. Like, ridiculously, comically encumbered. And I forgot to drink the tea again. The tea makes us sleep better. Eat some more food. Comically encumbered. Oh my god. Drink some water. But we do have the well-fed bonus, which means we've actually been out in this area for at least a week, I think. We're moving much faster because of that bonus, because now the game only thinks we're gonna do the rifle. We're not. We're gonna do the rifle. No, we're gonna do the spear. And we're gonna save. Alright. So, we are now moving much faster because the game only thinks we're 20 pounds encumbered instead of 30 pounds encumbered. So, we've got to make our way all the way back there. Which will be much faster now that we're well rested. We've got all of our health back. We are in such a good position. If I fuck up, just cut back to me saying that. I can already tell this is not gonna go well. I'm not a fan. This is too easy. I'm kind of surprised we didn't run into anyone at that lodge. Although that phone is terrifying. I wonder... Because, like, I don't know if it was scripted to not be able to answer the phone. Like, once we get really close to the phone, it cuts off. Or... if I could have moved faster, I could have talked to somebody. I don't know. I'm not a fan of whatever the fuck happened. I don't know if Methuselah is going to be up here. He might be. How are we going to get back? Because we fell down a cliff face, didn't we? I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to need that mountain gear. Because we fell down a cliff face. I don't want to go back. We'll see. Yeah, there's the locomotive engine. Maybe we can go around. Well, look, I really don't want to go all the way back. But, I mean, if we have to, we have to. I mean, comparatively, it's not as long a walk as some of the other areas. But I still don't want to do it if I don't have to. I'm thinking... Can I get in? Is there a way to... I mean, it looks like I can go over it. Let's take some wood just in case some shit hits the fan. Again. Come on. There we go. Alright, I like. Much easier. So we may not need that gear, which is good. I swear to God, if I get all the way back to that fucking Hunter's Lodge and then find out I need this fucking gear. I'm gonna be so mad. But I feel like the game's not gonna give you big items like that unless you're gonna need it later. But I guess we'll find out. Oh my god. So we've got the spear. We repaired it. We actually did a lot in this session. It's probably at least 2 episodes at this point. I don't even fucking know. We'll find out in editing. You know, there's a lot. We got the spear. We repaired it. We explored the area. We found out more about... I'm hearing things. The forest talkers. It looks like they had that base at that hunting lodge. Which makes me wonder, like, did they do something? Like, I'm really curious about these forest talkers and about if we're gonna run into some. Like, we're gonna run into some at some point, aren't we? Like, I feel like that's something we're gonna have to do. Because they've been mentioned. They mentioned at the dam. Now they're mentioned at this place. I feel like they were mentioned someplace else, but I don't remember right now. This music is ominous and I don't like it. I feel like we're gonna have to run into these forest talkers. I wouldn't be surprised if it's some sort of, like, insane conversation that we had, like that inmate murderer person. Which we haven't seen any signs of our friend. I kind of forgot what her name is at the moment. We kind of got wrapped up in our own adventure, it seems. Hopefully whatever the hell she's doing is okay and she doesn't need the case that we have. Do we go this way? I think this is how we got down before. Which there was actually a bunch of wood over there. Because I dropped a bunch of shit down there. I think, at least. I think this is the way to go. Because we have to go, like, around the landslide. Let's see. This looks right. Hopefully that guy's figured out the radio thing. Although I have a sneaking suspicion we're gonna have to figure that out too. I suspect that we're gonna have to take the radio and go to that radio tower. I think that's what it's gonna have to be to, like, strengthen the signal or whatever. I think that's where this is going right now. Is we're gonna kill the bear and then... I mean, I guess get in contact with someone? I don't really know. Is this where I need to be? It is. Perfect. You nailed it. If I wasn't convinced I would break both my legs and my arms jumping down, I would, just to save us some time. But I'm pretty sure I would fracture every bone in our little, you know, delicate snowflake body. This is how it would be. Very delicate and sensitive papier-mâché bones. Okay. And there's a wolf. Come on, please hurry up so I can shoot it. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up. Why did you not stop? I shot you twice! Twice! So the wolves just aren't gonna get, like, afraid of things anymore? Okay, so we've got blood loss, bandages, we've got bandages. We've got so much bandages. You. That's fine. Shit. That shit's taken care of. Alright, well fed, sprain risk, we're fine. Well, as fine as we usually are. Why did that gun not work? I mean, maybe try the spear, maybe that'll help. Because if they come running at us... Oh, Jesus. Alright, is this the way to go? I hope so. I feel like this is the way to the tunnel. wolves are crazy. This is the 3rd time I've been attacked in this episode by a wolf. I don't know if you guys are gonna have seen the other times or if I'm gonna end up cutting it, because it was kind of in, like, it was by the lodge, and it's a long walk. I may end up cutting it, but I got attacked twice before I got out of that area. And the first time I missed, but the second time, like, I swear I straight up shot this one, and it still attacked me. So, I have a sneaking suspicion what Methuselah was talking about with, like, I think it was Methuselah, it may have been the Trapper, I don't remember. Somebody said the wildlife patterns are changing, and I definitely think the wolves are a part of that. Like, I thought it may have been, like, because we all know that, like, wolves don't actually attack people. Usually, like, very, very rarely do wolves attack people, because people aren't food. And so unless you're, like, fucking with them, you don't get attacked. Like, if you're already dangerously close to one, you're fine. Yeah, nothing's gonna happen. So I kind of assumed that was kind of the explanation for that, is that, you know, the lights in the sky have made things a little crazy. Alright, I'm going the right way. But now, like, the gun isn't even scaring them off, which makes me think the flare gun isn't gonna scare them off either. I mean, I'll try maybe on the next. I'm gonna try the spear on the next wolf that tries to chomp me, but I may try the flare gun and see if that still works, because they said they don't like light. So maybe that was kind of the hint, is the rifle's not gonna help you anymore, which is gonna suck, because I was feeling a lot better now that I had the rifle. Gonna walk all the way back to this area. I'm hoping I can get back to the hunter before I have to end this recording session. Now we're in this area again. I got a very long trek across the entire map. I'm not gonna fuck with anything over here. Shortwave. There's a cache way over. Another Forest Talkers map thing. Interesting. I wonder if there's an achievement for getting all the Forest Talkers caches or something. At least this walk is going to be fairly straightforward to just follow the tracks. I think there was a wolf on here last time, if I remember. I do still stand that I wish we kind of had some fast travel on this backpedaling. Like, I would be 100% okay if you have to, like, put in water and calories to be able to fast travel, to kind of simulate having walked it just to save the player some time. I'd be absolutely fine with that. I would just, it takes, like, I don't even know how long it's taken, if we want to count, like, going back from the Hunter's Lodge, or the lodge we were just at, to the Trapper's Lodge. It's probably going to be at least 30 minutes of just walking, and basically nothing happening, because I'm kind of at the point in the game where survival's not that difficult. As long as I don't get attacked and my HP falls, unless that happens, I've got enough food and water, I'm not going to starve at all. Like, I could last several days without finding anything and be fine. I mean, I literally just went through, like, I'm keeping us, like, fully fed and watered just so I can, keeping us all of these things just so I can save weight so that I could walk faster. Like, you don't even have to keep yourself this full all the time. Even just to get the well-fed bonus, you just need to not be starving for 7 days. Or however long I think it is. 7 or 10 days. It's not exceptionally difficult once you kind of figure out the pace of the game. Like, survival mode is so much harder. I think part of it is just because, I mean, I don't not like Wintermute, because I do think Wintermute is like survival, but with goals. Like, I can play games without goals. I enjoy The Sims, like Sims 4. I have spent a lot of hours, a concerning amount of hours actually, on that game. And I enjoy it because, you know, it's just, you know, it's creative, it's not stressful, you kind of just do whatever you want. Same with Stardew Valley. Like, I mean, yes, there is a small plot in Stardew Valley. Very much a, like, you know, there are goals and some things. Oh, fuck, where is he? Where is it? Where is it? It's right there. We're gonna try the spear. I'm gonna wait until it starts running at me. Come on. Oh shit, I knew that was gonna happen. It's smart. That was a lot of noises. So it stopped at the spear. It just stopped. Okay, interesting. Okay. I'm gonna keep the spear out just because. Just in case we run into the bear, because I don't want to have to, like, find that. Interesting. It just stopped. I don't like that. Anyway, as I was talking, I don't mind not having, you know, goals or plot lines or things to follow, but this Wintermute is very much survival, but with more movement. Because in survival mode, I tend to kind of stay in one area, because unlike this game, you actually have all the blueprints unlocked, so I generally try and make, or try to make some items that are going to be helpful. We're going to try the flare. I said I was going to try the flare to see if that stopped the wolves, because there's another wolf up here. It's basically just like survival plus, like, a plot and fun times. So in regular survival, I tend to stay in one place so that I can use a workbench, I can dry out stuff, I can get, like, dry out the guts and the pelts so that I can make better gear. Oh, that one's injured. Interesting. It's like holding its foot. I'm gonna see if this will... Oh. Reload. I gotta remember to do that. It does not give a singular fuck. We've got enough bullets. I don't think it's gonna charge us, but we're gonna... Is it just going through this thing? It absolutely fucking is. Is this just a glitch? Am I just a horrible fucking shot? This is weird, right? This is weird, right? Like, we can agree on this at this point, right? I'm gonna take the hide. That's all I'm gonna take. Because you can do stuff with wolf hide. I'm just taking the hide. What the fuck? That was weird. We can all agree that was weird, right? I feel like that was a glitch. Or a lag. Or something. Because I put like 4 bullets in it. I'm not a fan. Anyway. God, I keep getting distracted. I'm gonna keep repeating things. I'm so sorry, guys. Let's see if we're about halfway. Yeah, so... I am enjoying Wintermute. I think the plot is fun. But I think these areas, because it's the same areas as in survival, it's just kind of adding people. I think these areas are more made for survival mode. Because in survival mode, like, I'd be checking out every single one of those fishing houses, like, way out there. I'd be going to those shortwave towers. I'd be going to that farmhouse on the map, because I would have to. I would have to, like, find supplies, because generally the way survival works is there's a lot of these little areas that'll have a lot of stuff. They'll have a lot of supplies, and you'll need all of those supplies to get to the next spot. However, some of them, like the Mystery Lake area that has a lot of those fishing cabins, that has a lot of those lake cabins, you can get a lot of supplies all in one spot and hang out in one area for just a little while and kind of upgrade your gear so that you can go further and further out. And say that last area that we were just in with the hunting lodge, um, the lodge that we were just at with the bear spear. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna call that one the hunting lodge, and the one with the trapper is the trapping lodge. That's what it's gonna be called. Like, that didn't have a lot of locations. So if I wanted to go out there and see those places and check these places out and see, like, a lot of those places will often have, like, specialized gear, like the mountaineering equipment. Oh, the train track's over there. Like the mountaineering equipment. I don't know if the bear spear is in survival mode or not. I've never been in that area before. But you know, you'd have to go out to those areas if you wanted that special equipment. Like, I guarantee you that area may be the only place with a forge. So if I wanted to forge anything, I would have to go all the way out there, and I'd have to gather a fuck ton of supplies to do it. And the shitty thing is, in survival mode, if you have to go back through an area like this, say the first time I went through, I checked all of these locations, I raided all of it, I got everything out of it, and then I get to a place like the hunting lodge, where, you know, there was a lot of stuff in that hunting lodge. There were some stuff in that shed, I think is what it was called, the mechanic shed or whatever. But when I come back through this area, I'm gonna have to ration, because I won't have anything to scavenge. Like, I could get these cattail plants, but that's about it. I can make water. I have to keep, like, unlike here, where I'm in locations that have fireplaces enough, I don't have to worry about having wood. This is the first time I've played this game without having wood or tinder. Like, I've kept matches just because they don't weigh a whole lot, and, like, there's no substitute for matches. You can't just go out and, you know, find matches in the woods. But, you know, I don't have to worry about having fire gear, so that if I get caught in a storm, or if I get too cold or too tired, I can't just, like, shimmy up against a rock and go to sleep for a couple of hours. There's, you know, a day's walk, so fucking long, like, you know, a 30-40 minute walk to the next location. If I just hustle through, I know I'm going to have food and fireplace and water and all sorts of stuff. Like, even medicine. I've got a ridiculous amount of medicine. And kind of, you know, I tend to get gear. I have had one survival game where getting gear was just a nightmare. I remember one time I was actually playing survival mode, and the only clothing I had was socks. That was all I had. I didn't even have shoes. I didn't have gloves. I didn't have anything. I had socks. And that was because a combination of I could not find a sewing kit to repair clothing, and I was getting attacked by wolves because I didn't have any weapons. So it was tearing my clothing and just destroying it until I only had socks. But most of the time, I kind of end up in a position that we're at now, where, you know, our clothing is generally so good we don't have to worry about being cold anymore. The only thing we have to worry about is... Oh, shit. I hate it. I knew this was gonna happen. What are you doing? Like, its face is, like...
Not feeling so cocky now, huh?
I don't like...
And all it took was for me to go full-on Grizzly Adams.
Stop getting fucking cocky,
I better
my
get out of
dude.
here before he comes back.
Yeah, you better hurry the fuck up. We're getting that spear out right now. Alright, let's fucking go. I don't like that. There's gonna be a chase scene. I can feel it. We don't have a sprint enough for this. I'm not a fucking fan, my dude. I'm not a fucking fan. Let's get the hell out.